This is Star Wars, one of the most popular movie series in the world. And with the new Mandalorian season coming out soon, I was left with only one option. We're gonna recreate it in Minecraft Hardcore. Now, the only problem is, the Mandalorian releases in just under 2 weeks. And I want to finish this before then. Now, Star Wars happens in space. And the closest thing we get to space in Minecraft is the end. But the only problem is, we don't want this island here. Now, I'm sure you've seen plenty of people remove the end. So the island will be gone just like that. That took way longer than I thought it would. The only problem is, that took me over 5 days to complete. Now, I have a pretty good plan of where I want everything to go in here. And I think we're gonna want to start off with the Death Star right in the middle here. And well, we're gonna need a lot of items for this. To get 70,000 wool, I think we're gonna want to build a sheep farm. Come here, sheep. Done, 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 done. And done. Yo, why is there so many spiders in this one spot? Now let's collect all this up. Now we can start building. This is taking forever. I think I should save this build for last. So now we're gonna build an X-Wing. But for that, we need quite a bit of iron. So let's go build an iron farm. And just like that, we now have all the iron we need. Now I can go collect some more things like the smooth stone slab, quartz stairs, and iron trap doors. And now with all of these materials, it's time to start building the X-Wing. And that is officially the first X-Wing done. And these actually look really cool beside each other. But now what's the point in having X-Wings if there's no dark side ships for them to fight against? So we're gonna be building some TIE fighters. Now to build TIE fighters, I need quite a bit of smooth stone. And I don't want to mine stone like this. So let's go make a stone farm. But to make it so it's more efficient, I need to go get myself a beacon. Finally, I got a wither skeleton skull. Only 2 more left. Oh, yes! I got another one! I'm not sure, but it looked like a... Hey, stop it. One dropped it, and then... Oh, my word. Like I was saying, it looked like a different one dropped it, and then the other guy picked it up, and I killed him. Oh, that was my 3rd skull! I think that was like 2 withers after I got the 2nd one. Okay, let's put down the soul soil. Let's spawn it in. That was really easy. Now we can craft up the beacon. Now with my efficiency 5 pickaxe, yep, I can insta-mine all of this. Now we can gather the rest of the materials. For some reason, I need 25 banners. Now let's craft them all up. Now let's go build these TIE fighters. I'm probably gonna have a whole army of ships behind these 3 X-Wings in the future. So I think I want to put them right in front of where the Death Star is gonna be. And that is officially the first one made. Now I only have 7 more to go. Now before we get to the biggest ships here, I want to add a bunch more light side ships. Like the B-Wing, the U-Wing, the Y-Wing, and of course, the Millennium Falcon. Let's start off by building a few U-Wings. And now here are all of the materials I will need. Yo, what? How many zombies are here? That is now the first U-Wing done. And I have to say, this looks really cool. And it also looks just like the ones in Star Wars. Now let's get to building the other 2. That's the 2nd one done. Now finally, that's the 3rd one done. Now we can go ahead and do a Y-Wing. This Y-Wing will be done just like that. But I still have one problem. I need 8 skeleton skulls for one of these ships. Well, I'm glad I got a lot of extra charged creepers in my last video. But from that, I only got 5 wither skeletons. So, I think there's only one logical thing to do. And that's to build a mob head farm. And now the mob head farm is done. But I still need a channeling trident. So... now I have one. Now I just have to wait for a thunderstorm. Now if I just turn on the farm here, fly all the way up here, and now creepers and other mobs will come up here. And now I got a skeleton skull. Now I'll just continue to do that until I have all the skeleton skulls I need. And in that whole thunderstorm, I got 5 skeleton skulls and 2 creeper heads. Now we just have to go put it on the Y-Wing. That's now the first Y-Wing done. Now let's go finish building the other ones. That's this one done. That's now the final Y-Wing done. All these ships took me a total of 3 days to complete. Now before I build the Millennium Falcon, I want to build 2 B-Wings right here. So That's one done. And now here's the other one done. That actually didn't take too long. But now it's time to build a really popular ship, the Millennium Falcon. Now to build the Millennium Falcon, I'm gonna need loads of things. Like 1,000 smooth stone slabs, all the way to things like 1 observer, 1 piston, and even 50 hoppers. That's kind of weird that I had to get 50 hoppers for this. Now there's a lot of random stuff. Like why would there be 20 different colors of wool in a Millennium Falcon? Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. Now that's the Millennium Falcon complete. And the reason there are so many weird materials is because the inside is fully decorated. This knocked off 5 hours of our time. Now we can move on to the second biggest ship, the Star Destroyer. But I just had one problem. This is the best one I could find and I don't really like it. But I like this Vintar class Star Destroyer way more. And well, we're gonna need a lot of stone. Oh, I'm happy I made this. The only problem is my pickaxe is eventually gonna break. So I want to craft a bunch more silk touch pickaxes. But to actually craft all of the pickaxes, I'm gonna need a lot of XP. So I'm gonna build a gold farm. So I need loads of things. Like 4 shulker boxes of magma blocks, 2 shulker boxes of glass, 4 shulker boxes of minecarts, and a few other items. Well, let's get to building this thing. Now the whole gold farm is done. So now if I just go like that, I now have all of the XP I should need. Hopefully I don't run out of XP. Now let's grab all of my diamonds. And now we can craft 20 pickaxes. Yep, that should be enough. Now we can enchant all of the pickaxes. Now when I combine these 2 pickaxes, then we get an efficiency 5 silk touch pickaxe. And... oh, I'm out of XP. This is much better. And now here are all of the pickaxes we will need. So none of these pickaxes break. I downloaded a mod that switches them out right before they break. And now in no time, I should have all of the stone I need. Now we can go and collect a few more things off our list. Like 14,000 smooth stone slabs and 12,000 cyan terracotta. Wait, but for cyan terracotta, I need cyan dye. And for cyan dye, I need loads of cactuses. Now let's craft up this dye and turn it into cyan terracotta. Now we need over 5,000 gray concrete, but I don't want to craft that all. So I made a concrete duper. Now after a bit of AFKing, I have all the concrete I need, but I still need to convert it. And now it is all converted. Now we can get the rest of the stuff, like 4,000 red nether bricks, 3,000 andesite, 2,000 stone brick stairs, and a few other things. And now I only have one more thing left, and that's oxidized copper. So let's craft up some blocks. Oh, now I have to let it oxidize. That actually wasn't too bad. Now we can finally get to building the Star Destroyer. I am now finally done this huge build. That took me over 3 days to complete. And it's even decorated on the inside. But I still feel like it's missing something. So these 3 X-Wings make it look a whole lot better. Now before we get to the huge Death Star, let's work on what you see when you enter the end. And since the Mandalorian is coming out soon, I'm gonna make it so you spawn in the Razor Crest, which was the Mandalorian's old ship. Now we're gonna need a variety of different blocks to build this, like polished andesite, smooth stone slabs, shroom lights, and many other items. And now with a simple jump cut, now the Razor Crest is complete. And this is a way better entrance into the end. And it only took 3 hours to gather supplies and build it. And now that I've built a bunch of dark side ships, light side ships, and a huge Star Destroyer, I think it's time to build the Death Star. Now, I was gonna use wool to build the Death Star, but I just realized that would be way too much to gather, since I need over 70,000 of it. So I'm gonna be using concrete instead. Now, this can only mean one thing. Let's grab this. Burn it. Burn it all. Well, now all the wool is gone. Now, like I said before, I need over 70,000 concrete. So for that, let's go to the concrete duper. Oh boy, I'm glad I made this. Now let's turn these on. And now after 1 day of AFKing, I have all the concrete I will need. That is a lot of concrete powder. But I don't want to convert this by myself. So here are all of the materials I will need to build a concrete converter. And now it's complete. Oh, this is way nicer. And now here's all of the concrete converted. Only took like 10 hours of AFK. Now we still need 4 other things. Like 11,000 stone, 11,000 polished andesite, 11,000 andesite, and 1,600 obsidian. To get all the stone, I'm just gonna use my stone farm. To get all the andesite and polished andesite, I'm just gonna go in caves and mine all that I see. But it got a bit hard to spot all of the andesite. Where is it all? So I designed my own texture pack that makes all andesite green. Oh yeah, this is much better. And now thanks to mining all those pillars, I can easily get all the obsidian I need. And now with all of our materials, we can now build the Death Star. And done. And I finished just in time to go watch The Mandalorian.